after Christmas, but we're not going to leave the Christmas story. This week, I'm going to take some characters from that well-known Christmas story of Jesus' birth, and we're going to look at them and see what lessons they teach us. So today, I want to take a look at Zachariah and Elizabeth. They were both old and they had no children. They were looked down on in their society because they had no one to take their place. They had prayed and prayed for a child and didn't receive one. They were old, like I said, and in fact, they had stopped praying for children. Zachariah was the first human who was told of God's plan that his son was going to come to earth. He was a priest, and the lot fell to him to burn the incense in the temple. He went in alone, and you remember the story. An angel appeared to him and told him that he was going to have a son who was going to be a prophet, the forerunner of Jesus. Zachariah didn't believe the angel, and so as a punishment of sorts, he was made speechless. He came out of the temple, everybody was wondering what had happened, and he couldn't speak. He doubted. And when John, his son, was born, he confirmed that his name would be John, and he received his speech once more. The lesson we learn from Zachariah's life is that although he may have doubted, God still used him, and he obeyed God. Elizabeth, childless, alone, looked down upon, lived with the shame around her neck all her life of not having children. It had to be so lonely, and she had to have felt so undervalued. She was also from a priestly family, and when Zachariah came home from the temple that day, speechless, she was confused, but listened to how he was trying to explain he'd seen an angel. Could she dare hope that what he said was true? She did believe him, and 9 months later, she had a son, John. Do you remember when Mary visited her? She was full of joy. She raised John in holiness, taught him the priestly duties. What lesson do we learn from Elizabeth? That God does not forget those who are faithful, and God's timeline is not ours. How can you use these stories today in your life?